Hi students, welcome to Python Programming Lab Series. I am Dr. K. Varada Rajkumar, Associate Professor, Department of CSC, AIML, MLR Institute of Technology, Hyderabad. In this session, we will learn about how to handle files in Python. Overview of the presentation. So first, we see what is a file. After that, we learn how to read a content from the file and how to write content to a file, how to append content to a file, and finally we see how to handle some exceptions while using files in Python. Outcome of this lecture: at the end of this lecture, you all are apply file handling techniques in Python to read, write, append, manage files efficiently, and implement error handling with try except for robust program execution. Introduction to file handling. So what is a file? So file means you are storing the data permanently in computer. So up to now we executed many programs, but we are not saved the data in computer. For example, I want to develop a real-time application like banking system. Now in this banking application, I want to store account number, name of the customer, a balance. So this information I want to store permanently in computer. So in real time we can use files to store this type of data. Okay, now we see. So what is a file? A file is a collection of data stored on a computer. So it is used to store information permanently so that it can be accessed, modified, and shared later. So why is file handling? So file handling allows programs to store, retrieve, and manipulate data in files. It enables long-term data storage beyond runtime. So after execute the program also, the data permanently stored in computer. Why is the file handling important? It stores the data permanently, useful for reading, writing logs, configurations, and reports. Automates tasks involving file. So for example, sometimes I want to read the data from a file. So this we are going to automate with the help of files. Without giving the input manually, we are reading the data directly from the file. So file operations in Python. So for example, you have one bag. In this bag you have pen. So we get this content. Pen means first open the bag, then access pen, then close the bag. Okay, in the same way files also, whenever you try to access any file, first you open the file. This is the first step. Second, access the content in the file, that is the access, and at the end of the program you close the file. Okay, these are the common steps you are going to follow while you are using files in Python. Okay, so coming to the file operations in Python. So one is reading a file, second one writing to a file, third one appending to a file. Okay, so reading a file means you want to access the content in the file, just reading. Writing means you are trying to update the content in the file. So appending means already the data, the content is available in the file. So for that you are going to add new data, that we call as a append. Okay, now the reading we specify with the help of R. Writing means W. Append means A. Okay, so reading means open file for reading, Writing means creates or overwrites a file. Appending means adds data without overwriting. Okay. So first we see how to open a file. So for that we use the function open. Okay. So by using the open function, we are going to open the file. But while you are using the open function, you mention the mode. So we have three modes. One is R, another one is W, another one is A. So R means reading purpose, W means writing purpose, A means appending purpose. Okay. Now to open a file, open and reading a file, so use open function with mode R. If the file does not exist, so for example in this program I am trying to access first.txt. If the file is available, then okay. If the file is not available, then it raises an error. So reading a non-existing file raises a file not found error. In those cases we can handle this type of errors also. Okay. So first we see how to open. So use a variable. So normally we are writing a equals to 5. This is the content. I want to assign the variable a. So similarly here also same. So this is the first one.txt. I am opening in writing mode and assigning this to the variable file. That's it. Now by using the read function, read. Now I read the entire content of a file and I am storing in a variable content. Okay, now what is a file? So file equals to open file name, comma, mode. In this case, the file name is first.txt and the mode is R. Now this is a file object assigned to a variable file. Now, so file.read, the content is assigned to content variable. Now I want to display the content. How I display? By using the print. Here I opened. So this is the accessing. The final step is close. This is the close. That's it. So this is how you are going to open a file and reading a file in Python. So next one, read a file line by line. Okay. So it is a common steps. Open, close. But if you observe in this program, I didn't use close. Why means function called with open. With open. If you are using the with open, then automatically it closes the file at the end of the program. Okay. So use open function with mode R. If the file does not exist, Python arises an error. Here with open, so first.txt, what is the mode here? R as a file. Now this is the file object. So now, so content equals to file.read print contents. Now it prints the entire data as a output. But I want to read the data line by line. Then use read line function. Read line. Now the first line is assigned to the line here, while line dot strip, that means it eliminates the empty spaces in that line. Next again line equals to line dot read line. For example, so this is the first dot txt. In this I am going to write hi students. So welcome to MLR IT. How are you? Okay, how many lines? 3 lines. Now in first this line hi students is assigned to line here. Then we enter into the loop. Here line E have some data hi students, so it is true. So print line dot strip, that means the empty spaces are removed and it prints hi students as output. Next line equals to file dot read line, that means now the controller goes to next line. Now welcome to MLR IT is line now. Now again while line, yes, line contains welcome to MLR IT, so it becomes a true. So I print line, so again it prints welcome to MLR IT. Okay. Next line equals to file dot read line. So again, how are you is SN to line, and while line is true, so it prints how are you as a output. Next line equals to file dot read line. This is the null point. So it becomes, in next iteration, the line becomes false. That's it. Now this is the output. And reading all lines at once using read lines function. There is a function read lines. Read line means line by line. Read lines means all the lines we are going to store in a variable. So these lines is a list here. Okay. So now same line in line means all the lines. These 3 lines are stored in the form of list. This is the line 1, line 2, line 3. Okay. So print line dot string. That's it. This is how you are going to access the content line by line in Python. So write into a file. So first one is reading. Now I want to write some content onto the file. So for that I open the file in W mode. So W mode creates a file if it does not exist. If the file is exist, then it will be overwrite. If the file exists, it overwrites existing content. What it is, for example, here the file name is output.txt. So for example, here there is a data ABC. Now file equals to open output.txt. What is the mode here? W. The file exists, so it will erase the data. Okay, the new data. For example, the new data is XYZ. Then the previous data is overwrite by the new content. Okay. Now coming to program. So file open equals to output.txt W. Now the file not exist with the name output. So one file is created with the name output.txt. Now write content. Hello MLR80. Hello MLR80. Close the file. That's it. So writing to a file in append mode. Open file in append mode. How to open a file? Use open function. In that open function you specify, mention the file name and you mention the mode here. Either R, W, A. R means reading, W means writing, A means append. Okay. So here I want to append. So I open this first.txt. Already first.txt have 3 lines. Hi students, welcome to MLR IT and how are you? Now I want to append line 1, line 2. So I open this file first.txt in append mode and I am using the function write. To read the value, which function? Read. To write the content onto the file, I am going to use the function write. So write /n, that means this is the 4th line. Appending line 1, this is the line 4. Okay, again file.write /n means new line. So this is line 2, this is line 2. Now the print contents appended successfully. Okay, that's it. So now we see how to handle exceptions in file operation. So normally we get some exceptions while using the files. Maybe sometimes files are deleted, sometimes our file is not created but you are trying to access. So these we call as exceptions. Exception means runtime error. While executing the program we get some error. So those errors we called as exceptions. So why handle exceptions? So prevent program crashes due to missing files or permission issues. Ensure smooth execution even if an error occurs. If there is some error is occur, then we are going to display some appropriate messages. Okay. Here the program is for, here I am trying to open the file mlrit.txt. Actually mlrit.txt is not available in the system. That means that is file not found. File not found. One exception will arise that will handle with the help of this trial except block. Okay, here up to now in the previous programs we write the programs like this, but here I expect some error in this code that maybe the file is not available. Then it arises a exception that I handle with the help of except block. Okay, here file not found error. So it prints file not found. If other than this file not found error, then it can be handled with the help of second except block. So here this is a error and it prints an error occurred. That's it. So let us see the execution of all these programs. You remember, while executing programs on files, you store both files and the program file is also in the same directory. Remember this. Otherwise, you will get some exceptions. Here the program one is read the data. Here the first.txt. So if you observe here, this is the directory. In this directory, so this is the first.txt. Hi students, welcome to MLR IT. How are you? So now I want to read this data. How? Using read function. And I want to display the content. And finally close. Let us execute this program. That's it. Hi students, welcome to MLR IT. How are you? So this is the second program. Here we are trying to read the content line by line. How we read the content line by line? With the help of this read line method. Otherwise you use read lines method also. Okay. So let us execute this program. That's it. If you observe here, print content. This is the content we print with the help of read, as like previous program. Here we are printing these three lines with the help of read line function. So these three lines we print with the help of read lines method. Okay. So let us see how to write content onto file. Here this is the directory where we saved our program. If you observe here, there is no file created with the name output. Okay. So let us execute this program. If you execute this program, what is the expected output? One txt file is created in the directory and the content in the file is hello MLR IT. Okay, let us execute this program. Yes, program executed successfully. Now check here. This is the output created. This is the file created automatically. Output. So hello MLR IT. Okay, so this is the program to append new lines. Okay, here in first.txt, this is the content. Okay, now for this I want to append new lines. Appending line 1 and this is line 2. So let us execute this program. If you observe, the previously the first.txt contains these three lines only. After appending these two lines, after executing the program, these two lines are appended to the previous content. This is how you are going to append the content to the existing file. So last program, handling exceptions while using file. So here the file is mlrit.txt. Actually mlrit.txt is not available in this directory, but I am trying to open that file. Now we see what happened. Here mlrit.txt. If I print, let us execute this program. Yes, it displays a message file not found. Why? Here, while we are opening this file mlrit.txt, that is not exist. So it raises an exception that is caught by this except block and it prints file not found. Okay. Other than this, any type of error is handled by the second block and it displays an error occurred. Okay. So this is about the file concepts in Python. So what is a file? A file is a collection of data stored permanently on a computer. So we have three types of modes. One is read, second one is write, third one is append. So read means it will read the data, and while reading the data, if the file is not exist, then it raises an error. If you open a file in W mode, writing mode, then it overwrites existing content or it creates new file. If you open append mode, then it adds new lines without overwriting existing content. And while writing the programs on files, then use with open function to avoid manual closing. And we'll learn about how to handle exceptions, errors using try except for smooth execution. If you have any doubts, place your doubts in comment section. I will answer all your doubts. Thank you.